Alright, let's get right to it. I just got off work and I am excited. It says Ultimate Doom, December 13, 2022, now called C-Day. Bucs, Central Bank Digital Currency, CBDC, Executive Order 1407. Let's get it. Alright, this is the bill. It says, please understand the possible implications of this ultimate challenge to our free society. Number one, any cash you now have saved outside of the banking system is invalid and will no longer be in any value when this process is complete, December 13th. Any digital currency you have in the bank may be turned off by the government thugs, which they are, for not obeying the correct party line. Those selling precious metals for money will receive Bucs rather than cash. No Bucs, no food, no rent, no mortgage, no cars, no clothes, etc. Everything will be denied. If you do not get this, they're going to cut you off. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, y'all. What else have I forgotten that is going to be destroyed by this digital system? Alright, y'all, this is real. Everybody out there need to push this and warn everybody, even if it costs you your freedom, even your life. Let's get busy. Alright, y'all. It says, and they combine this bill with the 87,000 new armed IRS agents. What could possibly be wrong? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. They're arming these people because when they crash this society, they know that there's gonna be a lot of angry, irate people that are gonna come in there aggressively. You will be shot down. This is what this is all about. This is why they're gonna be armed. They're gonna crash the economy, y'all. They know y'all gonna be mad. Please use wisdom. Let's go right here. It says when Bucs are rolled out, many experts, myself included, this is Mr. Rickards talking, believe they will begin an era of total government control and surveillance. Rickards stated, this is not hyperbole. This would dramatically expand the power and influence of the federal government, essentially acting as a new type of spyware. With Bucs, the government will be able to force you to comply with this agenda, because if you don't, they could turn off your money. This won't be like freezing a bank account. It will be so much easier. Meaning what? If they do not like you, Robert Kiyosaki said this. If they do not like what you are doing, y'all, this is a socialistic, totalitarian, fascist, draconian society now. Just like North Korea and China, they have facial digital scans. They'll monitor everything you're doing. If you're not paying child support, they're gonna cut you off. If you're not paying your rent, they're gonna cut you off. You get fired from a job for being irate, they're gonna cut you off. This is total control. This is not a game. Wake up. They coming for you. If you got kids, you better get them ready for God's return. You better get them ready for persecution because it's here now, December 13th.
Shalom, shalom. Call all Yabashim al-Shai, Baruch HaKadash. Yabashim al-Shai, Bashim HaKadash, Bakadam. Double honors our apostles, who are elders, which are GMS. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Another blessed salutations to the innumerable multitude and the wheat that amongst tears and the women and children that follow the truth and sincerity. So I want to go into this situation, man. We're in a beautiful time right now, man, to where prophecies are manifesting in our faces, pursuing to Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. The end is manifest. Okay, the ending in these times is manifesting. All right, and Allah Yabashim al-Shai for putting the spirit on the brothers to do like the algorithms, suggest that you brothers watch that and be edified, to where they keep us up to speed, with the downfall of Babylon. And one point I want to bring out is that the brothers always said, or they reference that they're not the dollar is actually not crashing, but in essence they're creating a panic, okay? And they've created the panic to get to this point, Abaratazan post-production, I'll be able to put the video up, dealing with the Bucs, dealing with the ESG, dealing with the tracking, the QR codes, the facial recognition. They're heading into a new system, a new monetary system, a new social system, a great reset, aka the NWO. Okay, they just changed the name from NWO to Great Reset. Okay, so let's get the precept. Um, Revelations 13 and 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, okay, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, okay. Now, there's a lot of arguments between people saying what is the MOTB, what is this thing that goes into the right hand and forehead? Is it an idea? Is it an embargo? At the end of the day, it's going to manifest. And as the prophets of the Heavenly Father, which are of GMS, we will often tell you that this in Revelation 16, 13, and 16 is referencing the microchip. Okay, and they're encamping with their legislation on us bringing this type of information out, because you can't even be a sea theorist, you can't even speak on this, but they were classified as medical misinformation, um, because ultimately this is their goal, and they're showing you. You don't hear them shutting down videos behind somebody saying it's an embargo or to take the juice, the jump shot. You don't hear them getting their video shut down behind that. So that shows right there that they ain't speaking the truth of the gospel, you know. But back to what we're doing is that, we're putting it out there that, these Biden bucks, the CBDC, we all know how the Rothschilds got control of Babylon, daughter of Babylon, America, the first time. How did they do it? They did it through changing the money system. Okay, as it is said, give me control of the money, and I care not who makes the laws. Okay, so these people are trying to get control of a monetary system that's not in fruition yet, which is smart because nobody gonna really care about it, right? Until everything switches over into that. So these Biden bucks give them, just along with Putin, because all these motherfuckers are in the works together. With Putin, he already got his bucks, okay? Aparatazai, see if I can look it up real quick. So for example, when you go to I'm on Crypto Briefing, okay? The site name is Crypto Briefing. This was put out August 12th of this year, where it referenced that targeted or colored digital rubles could be designed to only pay for specific goods, services, says the banks of Russia. And the title of the article, Salakia, by Tom Carreras, says Russia may introduce targeted CBDC by 2023. Okay. Um, the key takeaways: the Bank of Russia announced in report today the possibility of designing some digital rubles in a way that they can only be used for specific purchases. The central bank expects a digital ruble to also increase the availability of financial services and optimize payments across borders. A Russian CBDC would start being rolled out in 2023, right? So that shows you that they're making these moves. I'm about to say, hold up. So it's clear as day that these countries, as I said through stammering of lips, these companies are moving towards the CBDC. Now, there's cryptocurrency that exists already, but the difference is, just like you have banks, then you have central banks. Okay, the central banks is who actually loans the money out to the countries. So America has a central bank, and this is where they get their bailouts and their loans from. Okay, and those central banks are privately owned banks that are owned. I can't say specifically who owns them right now, you could it's a Google search away, but the Rothschilds pretty much own these central banks. Okay, the London Bank, the bank in America, you know, Salaki, I'm not, keen on the details on who, but there's a list. I wish I brought this out, find it, and then put it in post production, but these guys, they own the central bank that took the gold standard off of the American dollar, okay, and then they, moved it back over to, these fiat notes, which is so let it be, pretty much it could be anything. And now they're going into the crypto world, okay, to where you got Dogecoin, you got all these other digital coins and platforms that they use. I forget the main cryptocurrency that they have going on right now. That's worth a lot of money. But long story short, the cryptocurrency is a currency that, as you heard with Russia, they want to use it for specific purchases, and also to go over cross border. Because with cryptocurrency, there's no litigation right now, and that's what they're doing right now, is that they're infiltrating this cryptocurrency. Well, they're not infiltrating it. They're starting to connect their webs to it, because they the ones that set it up anyway. They set it up, give its trial run, let it function, let it get its network set up, and then they start implicating their laws into it. That's what Biden is doing. That's what Russia's doing, and the things are going to get so high, so outrageous, that they're going to offer a sanctuary in via the cryptocurrency. But you're going to have to get this, you're going to attach yourself to the central banking digital currency. All right. Which is the same thing as going to a central bank. It's going to be the same way, but it's going to be a great reset, a new world order. Okay. And that's what's going on right now, to where, like they say, if they don't like what you're doing, they could cut it off. If you haven't paid your child support, if you redirected the money that they're giving you to something else, and they can track every ounce of it, it ain't like you got to get a receipt or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be it's going to be cryptocurrency. It's going to be central banking digital currency. So they're going to have a connection to wherever you go with your money. It's just like having stuff on your bank card, like your bank app. Your bank app can follow every purchase that you make, but except there's not going to be an ATM withdrawal. Okay, everything is going to be connected to this digital platform, like to the point that you're not going to be able to take out cash and bust a move, go to Tyrone down the street and get you your DMT or whatever foolishness you're into. Everything is going to be traded via through the digital platform. And this is what we're saying is the MOTB, because in order to have an access point, is going to be the RFID chip. Ain't gonna be no debit card. Ain't gonna be no fiat notes. Ain't gonna be no phone. Okay. Right now is on the phone, because the phone is used to utilize different digital platforms, and to get you accustomed to it, with Apple Pay, with QR codes, with face scanning, with locations, to where if your zip code don't match up with this, and all that is all, everything this web is slowly connecting piece by piece, to where you're not going to have anywhere to go. You're going to be stuck into this jam, this hole, and in order to access these Bucs, you're going to have to conform to the image of the beast. You're going to have to, they may have you have a survey, they may have you sign something, you know, and you're not going to be able to buy or sell, because you go to Walmart, they're already fixing the doors up to the access points of, like, where the milk is, and the quick the quick stores, quickie marts, to where you gotta, the screen, the door to the freezer or cooler, it has a screen where you could tap and say what you want. The access, they're trying to use the ships and the trucks the AB5 or the AB6, I forget what they call it, with the trucking to where you can't be a owner operator, and they're pretty much trying to put a chokehold on the trucking industry, the shipping industry, the boats, the rivers, the cargo that's sitting at the coast. You know, they're putting sanctions on their own country, and they're blaming it on this pandemic. They're blaming it on other things, you know, to where they're just pretty much trying to choke off everything, have people demand a change, and they already have the change ready and up to go. Okay, just like they had the QR codes ready to go soon as this pandemic came to the point that they had to do a nationwide lockdown. Okay, never been seen before and successfully ran, mind you. Okay, these this lockdown was all across the world, man, and the world didn't go up into flames or went crazy or anything. Everything was pretty much normal. Okay, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying, they pretty much found their way into the system. You know, Slocky, I'm losing train of thought. A couple things happened just now. But yeah, man, they pretty much got it all set and slated, man. And we're headed into a time where they're about to lay this chokehold down. And they're pretty much purposefully putting panic on the dollar, even though the dollar ain't crashing, the system of it. They wanted to be believed that it's crashing by driving up the prices and devaluing the dollar. So ultimately they could bring in a new dollar system. And this is connected to it. They're already judging people on how you socially interact. They're tracking how you socially interact. They're through these different avenues as to you know, what's that? When you go on Amazon and you look up a product, and then you cross platforms on Instagram, and then Instagram show your advertisement of what you've seen. They're tracking on what you're interested in. They're selling it. They're doing. Long story short, they crossing platforms with what you've been looking up. So if they can track and advertise, they can also track and judge, okay, and say you shouldn't be on this site doing this. Ain't no more clearing out your web browser history. You know, really everything ain't cleared out. It's just cleared out from those who, you know, have access as regular human beings, okay? I'm gonna say regular human beings as you know, lower class people, you know. So with that being said, man, we're heading in the time of the MOTB coming to fruition. This is a beautiful time because as soon as this come in, you know, as soon as the Lord's gonna come in and the elect is gonna go out. So Abaratazai, we're a part of that number. You know, with that being said, I'm gonna say call all Yabashim Al Shai, Barakakadash, Yabashim Al Shai, Bashim Kakadash Bakatam, Shalom.